Please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
Dave Williams, editor here with today's video, the Yamaha FZ6. More specifically, the FZ6 as an example of many models that share a common suspension theme. And that theme is the only thing adjustable is shock preload. So the rest of the bike is non-adjustable. There's no adjustability in the forks, and there's no adjustability in the shock except for adjusting the preload with a ramp adjuster. Now this is common to many budget street bikes, which the FZ6 was. So the most recent example of a budget bike of this kind of class is the Ninja 400. So all through that range, you'll find that kind of suspension componentry. What you'll see in this video is what you can adjust, and then some strategies to compensate for the lack of adjustability, some geometry strategies, and riding technique strategies to overcome the lack of adjustability. And you'll see that the rider makes the kind of progress that can be made. These are excellent bikes, but they do have some limitations because the suspension adjustability is limited. That doesn't make them bad bikes, it just makes them what they are, and they can perform well within those parameters. So here's a preview.
My name is Dave Moss. I tune approximately 3,500 bikes per year. This is Two Clicks Out.
Now steal the microphone master.
What year is it?
2009.
I'm 9. And how many kilometers are on it? Or is it miles?
It's miles. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not your bike?
It is
okay. Forget it. Doesn't matter.
You're just shitting me, right?
No, that's...
Okay. It's 20,000 though.
Okay.
But not for me. Not that. I got it used.
All right. No. Next one. No. Wow. How many miles have you put on it?
5. Now we're on 6.
So one of the things about riding at the track, especially with a road tire, which is very flat across the top and then drops off a cliff on the sides, is that the tire surface gets pretty hot, but underneath stays cooler. That's why tires on the road last 6,000 to 8,000 miles. So in this case, the surface of the tire got very hot. So all these pieces of rubber on the sides here is literally liquid rubber off what's being worn of the tire here, being deposited on the surface because she's not riding to the edge of the tire and flinging the balls off. This is also the slow side of the tire for this particular track. So the amount of debris on the edges and on the back edges of the side are not huge because the corners are short and speed is possibly continuous. You're not accelerating really hard through the right-handers here. On the other side, on the left side of the tire, there's actually peaks and troughs here that are very substantial. And that's because this side of the tire generates a ton of heat because you're in the corners or sequence of lefts for a very long period of time. So we will always see this build up because getting on gas here, this is the shiny part. She's standing the bike up after the corner's finished and driving away. So she's driving between corners rather than driving through as many corners as possible. So bike out of control, suspension going epileptic because there's no throttle on. And then when we come to where she's got the gas on up here, it's nice and smooth.
Catch the full video at davemosstuning.com.